Dudanis, an up-and-comer, only 34 years old, and one of the brightest minds in our game today at the mid-major level, starting to build a power at Fairfield. By the way, their third straight appearance in the dance, the three-peat in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. Underway, back here at Schottenstein Center, and Notre Dame controls the opening tip. Hidalgo, back to Coles, inside to Prosper, and that's one way to do it. All five can shoot the three.
Yeah, they spread the ball. They've got double-figure scores all over the floor, so you have to be aware of that.
Coe not necessarily known as a three-point shooter, but she could get an opportunity against Notre Dame. On cue, she denied it that time. She'll take it inside. Iyana Moore, no. Now the most athletic player for the Stags in this game, according to Coach Carly.
It was a great look, and you know, she's going to get that wide open look out on the perimeter all day long. They're not going to go out there and guard her, but she's got to finish those layups.
First shot for Hidalgo is pure, inside, and the response by Coe this time.
And there you go. That's a really great finish right there, and I'm sure Nielle's upset about transition because not getting back.
The 11 seed Fairfield. It's the 6 seed Notre Dame. Baseline, Prosper, Euro connects.
There you go. ACC Most Improved Player of the Year. And here by Cass Prosper right there.
2 steals. Hidalgo, yes.
You cannot even take your eyes off of her. It's like the game is, you think it's going one way.
We'll drift off of Coe, daring her to shoot the three.
Yeah, it's a different kind of an offense to run when you're playing 4 against 5, because nobody's going to guard Coe out there.
Anderson inside on the great look. Little high-low to make it 8-4. Minutes in, Prosper's got it. You'll see some man, a little bit of zone today for Fairfield. Hidalgo thought about the crossover, shoots the three, high archer. What the bounce!
That is having it didn't have any roll on it, just had a lot of good bounce on it. But the high arching shot gave it a chance.
It was in the air for a moment, wasn't it? And Hidalgo nearly her third steal. Her first 2 moments ago, essentially on the same possession.
Well, if you took your eyes off of it, thinking the play was over, then you missed the play. Because right here, you thought she scored on. No, she didn't. If you moved your eyes down the floor, she got another one. She is so quick. And then she's so, versatile. Let me just shoot a three. Look how high that ball is. It drew rain. I know we've heard that said many times, but that one might have.
Coach, she dropped it in from the rafters. And it was so soft it had to go in. Lamro with 7 to shoot. And the deep three by Brown, and it's strange. Janelle Brown. Well, that's from one MAC Player of the Year to the former MAC Player of the Year. Sanchez on the floor. Prosper nearly had it ripped away. And comes up short. Here's Janelle Brown, little shake and bake inside. Lauren Beach, and free throws coming for her. Hidalgo with a steal and an offensive rebound. Not 2 steals for those scoring at home, and we trust that you all are. For every NCAA Women's Championship games on the networks of ESPN. First round action continues tonight. Second round games on Sunday and Monday. Game 2 in Columbus. Winner gets Ohio State on Monday. Notre Dame's got it. Hidalgo lightning fast and a different gear in person when you see her. I mentioned that to her yesterday. I said, compared to a year ago, I feel like you're a step faster. She said, really? I said, yes. And she mentioned the first step in particular. De Jesus, no. Collision in traffic, and Lamro claims it. So she did agree that maybe that first explosive step is a skosh quicker than what it was when she started her career in South Bend. Herder, the jump stop, flips it up and in.
Boy, that was a beautiful play by Herder. Love that 2-foot jump stop. You have balance to be able to go up and get that shot off.
1-point game.
KK Bransford back in the game for the first time today. Such a difference maker when she returned to this Notre Dame team.
Jillian Herter, of course, the younger sister of Kevin Herter, sharpshooter in the NBA. And 2 free throws for Moore. If your last name is Herter, you know you can shoot the rock. 26 of 27 at the free throw line this year. No mathematician, but that's well over 95%.
Yeah, those Herters, they were just born shooters.
That's right. Megan Anderson, Lamro trying to spring free. Boy, look at the look in the eyes. Lamro determined. Three-pointer. Back iron. And a good box out. Claimed by Coles with a rebound. There goes Hidalgo. Moore from downtown.
That was beautiful. That was all set up by Hannah Hidalgo.
Important possession for the Stags. Deep three. Off the right side by Herter. Hidalgo, eyes up as always. Hard screen. And a bounce pass nearly picked off. Handoff to Bransford with a left-hand delivery.
To get on the offensive end, they're just not dropping right now. You can chalk that up to the beginning of the game and just trying to get settled in, going against this pressure.
17 to 12.
You know, those are rare shots for Fairfield, a 15-footer.
DeJesus, no. Time for Fairfield. Anderson's got to go, but a stoppage before the horn. And a traveling violation. So Anderson took a step without putting the ball on the hardwood. And that record in January highlighted by a tough road loss at number 1 UConn. Bransford comes back against Stanford February 1. And it was a different story altogether to close down the season now.
Yeah, she's almost like just a glue player for this team. It also adds another player in their rotation. But remember, she was a starter when she went out. So she's just been a difference maker for this team, getting back on track. Second
foul on Coles. Bransford, back on the floor, and 2 free throws. And we mentioned it during that break and even at the end of our first quarter. Fairfield has gotten good looks, has missed a couple of chippies, open threes, and defensively has held up. Hidalgo wide open. When the box out, and Scott had to remember to go retrieve it.
Hidalgo had plenty of time to set that shot up. He just didn't drop for her. But the pressure of both of these teams, their defense, is really speeding teams up a little bit within their as far as when their shot comes around.
Herter off the bounce. Picked up by Bransford. Tough pass. Beach inside. Another layup off the mark. That's 2 already in the second quarter. We had multiple in the first 10 minutes. Now it's Moore. 20 to 13. Iyana Moore. Now when your team is getting the looks and they're not going in, what do you do as a coach? Herter gets it back.
Well, I'll tell you, you stay very positive about it because you're getting the looks you want. You're getting the looks the offense has created, so you can't be mad about that.
And Hidalgo imposing her will on Fairfield. Is going to shoot 2. 84% at the free throw line this season. Came into this game with 2,385 career points to lead all active players. Hey, what do you do to get away? And she was pressed on it a couple of different ways, and she said, I love long drives, sometimes with one of my teammates, other times with just...
Dial into Hannah Hidalgo, and you watch her bring the ball down the floor. Her head is up, her eyes are down the floor, looking at the rim so she can use her peripheral vision to see what's going on. She is an excellent point guard.
Outstanding defense by Sanchez. Transferred from K-State, a year at Arizona as well. Stags without a point in the last 3 minutes. Hidalgo, no look, Sanchez. 24 to 13. And Carly Thibault-Dudonis has seen it up. Timeout will be called. Fairfield getting their looks.
But again, I go back to that phrase I used in the last game we called focus on the finish. You've got to do that. You can't worry about getting hit, fouled, nothing. Just focus on the finish.
Here's Lamro without a point thus far, the MAC Player of the Year. Nellie Brown. Anderson with 4 to shoot. And wills it up and in.
Something was bound to go go in. It was time for one to go in.
It's a shot you're going to make in horse to eliminate your opponent. And an offensive foul, the second on Sanchez.
That was a really heads-up play defensively from Fairfield. And I'm going to say, I bet Carly Tebow, she's okay right now. My team is fighting. We're getting looks at the basket. We're going to continue to play good defense down here and clean that up a little bit. But this Fairfield team continues to put the pressure on Notre Dame.
24-15. Nellie Brown with a path in the finish.
Boy, that's a strong downhill drive by Nellie Brown. But what a tough finish. Now, if they start finishing these layups at those good looks, Fairfield right back in this thing.
11-point lead down to 7. Approaching 5 to play in our first half. Hidalgo gets the bounce on that end.
Tough finish. She gets such a high arc on that shot, just like that three we saw earlier. It gives the ball a much better chance of getting in.
Here's Herder, swiped by Moore. Hidalgo on the run. Who wants it? She does. And free throws coming. You asked her an interesting question yesterday, too, about her fitness level and how much it's improved since her freshman year. And outside of the quickness, you said, Hannah, it feels like that you could play another game after all of these games. And she said, I could.
It seems like every year she looks a little bit different. But I think that's her dedication to the game and where she wants to go with the game.
Stack just 1 of 8 from 3. They lead America with 11 makes from downtown this season per game. Brown behind the back, against DeJesus. 5 on the shot clock. And outstanding defense by the Fighting Irish. The other way, Prosper, no. Hidalgo! And a traveling violation, essentially another steal for number 3 for Notre Dame.
Because she's a heck of a one-on-one player. Hard to shut down, and probably Kamora Johnson also for Virginia.
Prosper, a wide open path. In and out. Bransford on the offensive glass. She'll get it back. And 2 free throws coming for KK Bransford. Bransford shooting 2 at 62% this season. Continues on CBS, TBS, TNT, and True TV for tournament game times and networks. 4 minutes remaining. Anderson wants the 3, couldn't clear. When will Lamro get going? Without a point thus far. The crossover. Back to the basket. Inside. Gets the roll.
Well, you called it, Roy, right there. She worked hard to get inside and finish that shot. But now Fairfield finishing some of these shots they're getting at the rim.
And an offensive foul is the call. Staggs will get it back. The drive by DeJesus. Similar numbers that we saw with her in the regular season finale. The road win at number 10, Louisville, tracking in that direction. That was an enormous performance. Lamro step back triple. And it's good. Bransford off the knee and a turnover.
Well, this Fairfield defense has really picked up its pace right now, and it's paying off.
4 straight empty possessions, ending in a turnover for Notre Dame. Coe back to the basket. Working against Prosper. Working hard. Better defense. Coe saves it to Hidalgo. Lead at 7. Moore wants to make it 10. And she does.
Beautiful shot. Great read by Moore.
Well, the rhythm shot was there on the step back. Herder. Inside of the layup. Good this time by Anderson.
We're coming down to halftime, and they are trying to cut into this lead, and they have. It's down to 8 right now, but their defense has really picked up.
Hidalgo has it. It's trapping zone pressure. Prosper wide open. And a good look for number 3 inside to Gassan Prosper.
Yeah, found her. Prosper down there with nobody around her.
Oh, and another steal. Number 5 in the half for Hidalgo. Missed the layup. Who wants it? DeJesus tracks it down. Baseline she goes. And the finish.
Notre Dame just turned it up. Right after that little timeout right there, they came back out with a lot more pressure and intentionality.
Anderson blocked by Prosper. A surge by the Irish. The end of the half, Hidalgo off the left side. Studio Rob. And Herder, 20 minutes in the books, 36-24 our score. The Stags, all 4 losses when trailing.
Even though they're down 12 right now, Fairfield, I feel like they're finding some rhythm. They're not, as they continue to knock down shots, I feel like they've got some confidence, and they're going to continue to fight through this game. They just have to hit the shots that they get at a higher level.
Prosper on the drive, no, and Cole clears.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because Coles needs to stay in the game for a little while for Notre Dame. Her size is difference making.
That's a big deal. Jillian Herder fell down and traveled.
She wants the ball. ACC most improved player. She's trying to show what she's got.
The second team all-conference. Her brother, of course, Omax, plays in the NBA. Prosper again position, triple team. It pops out to Moore. Moore inside. And a chance for 3.
Well, she's played well today. If you get the ball in the paint, you're going to get fouled. You can't just not still continue to try to finish the play.
Free throw is off the mark. Lead at 14. Herder got trapped. Herder turns it over.
Ball, I got to go get it.
Didn't see her on the screen, and then suddenly you did, and you knew that trouble was on the horizon. 11 turnovers now for Fairfield. Moore to Coles. Missed the layup. Hidalgo tracks it down. Fresh 20. The crossover. The high step. High off the glass in the finish. Are you serious?
That's some really good super touch on the ball.
3 times today we've seen that touch with the shot making. 1 time from 3. This time with the runner on the right side.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sitting here thinking that ball has no shot at going in. But it's so high, it gives an opportunity. Look at that. It almost went over the backboard. It was so high. She is something special. Now, I wonder how many times she's worked on that shot.
I don't know, but it almost hit the shot clock.
It did.
40-24. Ohio State awaits the winner. Notre Dame in position here in the 3rd quarter. Wanting to finish strong against Fairfield. Coles, check it more. And Iyana Moore, the Vanderbilt transfer, on the move and a chance for 3, the largest lead now for the Irish.
Everything right now going Notre Dame's way. This is a strong move. The defense is in front. They call the foul, but she finishes that shot.
Irish in the midst of a 6-0 run to start our second half. And Moore with the free throw has 15 points, 5 assists, and counting. Nellie Brown, top of the key. Gets back her own miss. And Brown inside.
Great foul. I really like Nellie Brown. She is a competitive player, but super strong guard. She's got the ability to shoot threes, but take you off the bounce. She's so strong. I'd like to see her try to take some more opportunities off the bounce.
Hidalgo off the bounce. Brown defending. Tore her ACL going back to December 2024. Lost the handle. Hidalgo again.
Hidalgo has her vision allowing her to know exactly when to reach in for the steals. She just knows how to time the steal. Look at this. Nellie Brown has no idea or thought that Hidalgo is thinking about digging in. Quick her hands are to reach in and get the steals. The one at Louisville was amazing. They were only up 1 in that game with about 18 seconds left.
Run the clock down a little bit more, which I know you love as a coach.
That's exactly right. Her basketball IQ is extremely high to be that aware at that point in time.
Inside to Coles, and the layup is good. Trim this deficit. Haven't scored the last 2.5 minutes. Herder will try to change that here with a three and does.
Love that play. I love that play. They just find their confidence right here. They've got the plays to get the threes off. They just have to have the confidence to knock them down.
Skip pass, Sanchez. And fouled on the attempted pass. Here in Arizona, 3 at Kansas State.
You know, you don't come across many players who shoot 51% from the three. That's an amazing, any ground at all.
Especially with her size.
That's right.
Lambro, stolen by Hidalgo. That is a new Notre Dame postseason single game record. 8 steals. Anderson the block out of bounds. The ACC's Defensive Player of the Year last year and this season.
Yeah, we need to put colors on those numbers, like red or something, like wah, letting everybody know. Hey,
with the sound effects.
That's right.
In and out with the mid-range. Coles cleans it up.
Yeah, but you know she's going to do everything she can to stay in the game. She's, again, that high IQ player.
And a hard foul.
Basketball's not for sissies. You got to be tough out here.
Now over 1,500 points in her career. Including 10 today. 2 of 2. The quadruple double watch is on for Hannah Hidalgo. Prosper double team. No problem. Ohio State out of the Big Ten awaits the winner of this game. Brown, deep triple. And Hidalgo races away with the rebound. That's her night. Inside to Coles, double team. Hands it off to Prosper. And was bumped by Anderson.
Really good execution.
Hassan Prosper, most improved player in the ACC. Olympian Team Canada back in 2024. 1 of 2 at the line.
I'm so impressed with her. She is well organized. Just grew up with basketball. Grew up in her dad's back pocket. That's Mike Tebow. Phenomenal basketball coach. Winningest all-time coach in the WNBA.
Katie Lambro with 7. It's the friendly bounce off the back iron. 54-33. And a foul with the elite powers in the sport, Coach.
They do. She's done a phenomenal job in 4 years at Fairfield building a mid-major powerhouse. She is incredibly happy there, and they are supporting her with everything they can at Fairfield. And she's committed. There's her dad. That's Mike Tebow. Right now, look, 3-time WNBA Coach of the Year. A period of time where their best players are at the age where they are just in their prime. And he is a phenomenal offensive mind. And that came straight from her daddy. Grew up right in his back pocket.
Offensive rebound. Anderson, no, and cleared out by Prosper. 90 seconds to go in our third quarter. Hidalgo. Foul on the mid-range.
I don't know, understand the concept. Just don't do it. Just hands straight up. Whatever it takes, just don't foul.
18 now.
That's bugging me. I want it to just like pop, you know, like we are on track for something special here.
It's never happened. The Women's NCAA Tournament, a quadruple double. 2 more steals and 4 assists in the final 11 minutes and change to get there.
If there's a player in this country that can do it, it's Hannah Hidalgo. She plays with a veracity that, like, I want somebody to give me another player who plays like that. Hey, I like that shot right there.
3 by Anderson. And, Coach, the quadruple double has, in fact, never happened in any NCAA tournament game, men's or women's.
That's amazing.
Prosper with a chance for 3.
Well, you've got some other good things going on.
Anderson picks up her 4th foul. Prosper complete the three-point opportunity. She's got 12 and now 2 of 3 at the stripe. A breather for Hidalgo at the end of the third. Cindy Scott, that's a three.
Now this is where the defense has to be disciplined. Dig in right here. Do not foul. Make Notre Dame have to take a tough shot.
2 threes in the first half, 3 and counting here in our third quarter. The top three-point shooting team in America in Fairfield. The Jesus, the pump fake. Sanchez. Now it's Prosper's turn.
Good patience by Notre Dame, working the ball, changing sides of the floor, and getting a wide-open good look. Sanchez made a really nice decision to make that extra pass.
Notre Dame flexing to start this second half. It's Fairfield. Jillian Herder.
Here we go. This is a really good sign for Fairfield. Heating up from the three.
62 to 43. 30 minutes in the books. Hannah Hidalgo on the verge of perhaps something we've never seen before in the NCAA Tournament, and a chance for the elusive quadruple double. It's never happened in the history of the dance, in the men's side or the women's. And we will see what happens here. Fairfield has gotten back into it with its three-point shooting, so the outcome is yet to be decided. The winner of this game gets Ohio State Monday in the second round, a chance to go to the Sweet 16. First couple of minutes of our fourth quarter will tell us a lot. Anderson falling away. And Prosper going back to your time, Auburn, Georgia Tech, everywhere else, that a player would be this close to this kind of history.
Yes, we would know. We wouldn't sit there and talk to the player about it, but somebody's going to whisper it down there. She's going to probably know also. But Hannah Hidalgo probably knows herself because she's playing the game and she's that kind of IQ kind of player. You're playing 4-on-5.
Good look by Anderson down low. 16 on the board for Megan Anderson. She plays that roadrunner position, a phrase coined by Blake Dudanis, assistant coach and husband of Carly Thibault Dudanis. And DeJesus inside.
The downhill drive, but at least there wasn't a foul to top it off and give them 3 points out of it.
And that's been an issue in this game for Fairfield. Brown down low.
You know, I agree with this. You had to put Nellie Brown back in the game because right now this is the game.
She's got 4 fouls. Megan Anderson has 4 personals.
Yep, they have to play really smart.
Hidalgo weaving through traffic. Reverses at home.
Fairfield has to find a way to find an open shot from behind this arc. Boy, Notre Dame's really tightened up their defense.
Anderson, an open look.
Yeah, time is ticking away, but plenty of time to still get, possibly reach that quadruple double.
Great block by Herder from behind. It stays with the Irish.
Yeah.
Off the spin, high in the air, and Prosper connects. Almost a steal on that Herder. Here goes KK Bransford. Saw an opening, took advantage.
I mean, Fairfield now is 6 for 19 from the three, so she knew it was so important to keep them from being able to get shots off. And that's what this defense has done up until this fourth quarter. And right now that makes it 20 attempts, 7 makes.
Well, the difference between these teams today, A, Hidalgo, and B, those early chances right at the rim. There were 8 missed layups in the first 20 minutes of this game by Fairfield.
For you to come back when that shot does start to drop.
Under 4 to play. 20-point advantage. Herder. Jillian gets it back. Sidestep 3. Coe on the offensive glass. It's 18.
Good pursuit by Coe. But Roy, the way she's playing, Hidalgo's playing, I think she's going to have another opportunity for a quadruple double. It might not be this NCAA tournament. Maybe next year, who knows?
Well, there's certainly the potential for big numbers put up. Moore off the mark. Coles cleans it up. Boy, she has been incredible on the offensive glass today.
Yeah, the only thing that really stopped her was her foul trouble, you know, when she was on the bench. But she is definitely a presence for Notre Dame inside that they need.
Herder another triple. That's her third. Stacks now 8 of 23 from behind the arc. And you could feel Fairfield finding its rhythm in a couple of different moments today. De Jesus, an and one opportunity.
When they had the 2 threes back-to-back, I think it was the second quarter, boom, here comes Notre Dame, hits them. And it's just they couldn't ever close that gap enough to really make a strong run.
You know, Kevin McGuff and Ohio State have been watching this one. That's a 3.
Just from watching Fairfield's practice yesterday, they were prepared for this game. They knew what they were up against. They had a game plan, a really good game plan. But Notre Dame's really good. And this is a learning opportunity for Fairfield and for Carly Tebow. Back-to-back semifinal, final, crazy in 2018 by her.
31st appearance this go-around for Notre Dame. 9 trips to the Final Four, and of course the national championship 01 and in 2018. That 2018 team had more ACL tears than losses that year. You can imagine that.
No, but I remember that year. It just seemed like every week a player was going down. So, but hats off to Notre Dame.
Big win for the Irish, 79-60. Neil Ivey and Carly Tebow Dudanis.